So good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for going through 3 days of Vegas or more and coming to the session. I really appreciate it. So this is interactive. Don't worry about wait until the end to ask questions. Raise your hand. I will move on if somebody's asking a question that seems to be going nowhere, and feel free to come talk to me afterwards. I'm very accessible. Are you raising your hand already? Oh, no, you're putting So yeah, please feel free to come up afterwards, but I do want to try to keep it moving, and I will try do my best to answer your question. Now, something I want to say, some of the things I want to say in here, affiliate marketing is my livelihood, okay? So please don't look at everything in here as this is what affiliate marketing is. It is not. There are so many fun, shiny, wonderful things about affiliate marketing and the people, as you've experienced here today. Unfortunately, there are some negatives, and this presentation is pointing out those negatives, okay? So if you are new to affiliate marketing, this is not what affiliate marketing is all about, okay? Please, if you get anything from this session, please take that. So along those lines, I just wanted to kind of tell you a quick story about something that happened to me back when I bought my first house when I was 20 years old. Beautiful little house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, split plan, separate shower and tub, on a cul-de-sac, on a conservation area. Sounds like a really nice house, right? And I move in, and of course, as you guys know, those guys that sell the security alarms, they come like instantly, right? You're like fresh meat for them. So they come knocking at my house, and in the front of the house, I had my office. And I had my computer, which was a CRT. If you guys are familiar with a CRT, it was big old tower, very ugly, but it was really cool at the time when I was 20 years old. Anyway, so this security salesman comes to my house and he says, "Oh, we want to get you a security system. Do you have one already?" And I said, "No, I don't really feel like you need one." He's like, "Oh, are your shades open in the front office like that all the time?" And I said, "Yeah, why not?" And he's like, "Oh, they've already seen it." So my purpose for telling this story is this is not a scare tactic. I don't want you to think that, oh, he's just saying these things to make a sale. It's not. These things are happening today, and you need to do something about it, okay? All right, so let's get started. Affiliate agreement. Who in here knows what their affiliate agreement says? Really? Is that a half hand? Like you half know what it's saying? You know what it is? All right, well, congratulations. 1 out of about 50 people. We find that so often. A lot of people don't know what their affiliate agreement says. So as just quick side note, guys, my purpose of these things, I'm not philosophical. I'm not Socrates. I'm not going to say something that's going to blow your mind and you're going to be like, wow, this guy's awesome. But I'm going to get you some really great stuff that you can write down and take as takeaways to go make sure that you check and or fix in your program once you leave Affiliate Summit, okay? First thing, trademark restrictions. Guys, I know that this is a boring one. I know we all know about it, but I guarantee you there's 5 people in the room that don't know what this means, so I have to talk to it for them. Basically, trademark. If you are affiliatemanager.com and you have affiliatemanager.com trademarked, and somebody is bidding on that trademark in Google or Yahoo or Bing or whatever, and you don't have that explicitly forbidden in your terms, then they will do so, and it is happening. And I don't care if you check on your Google every single day, they are IP blocking your location and doing it everywhere else, okay? And we'll talk about how you can find that and check that and get rid of that later on, okay? Now, one thing about the trademark restrictions, there is a big difference between a negative keyword and not bidding, okay? Who knows the difference? Come on, somebody knows the difference. Nobody knows the difference? Okay, anybody know what negative keywords are? Chuck. Thank you. So if you are affiliatemanager.com and, or I'm gonna say merchant Y or something like that, or can I use your name? I really liked, yeah, you. I liked your merchant. I thought that was really neat. ThreadUp, right? So I'm threadup.com. And I want to make sure that nobody's bidding on my name, okay? I could have it in my terms and conditions saying, do not bid on threadup.com. And the affiliate will not bid on threadup.com. However, if they want to do what if they bid on the words consignment clothing, which is what you guys do, consignment clothing, and the person searches for ThreadUp consignment clothing, okay? The only way to prevent that from happening is by requiring the PPC affiliates to use ThreadUp as a negative keyword. That way, anytime, no matter what the phrase is, that ThreadUp is used in the search, they don't show up for that search query. Does that make sense? So take that away. There's a difference between not allowing trademark and requiring a brand negative keyword. Okay? All right, next one, prohibited sites. I'm amazed at at the agreements that I see that don't have what type of sites that are prohibited from being in their affiliate program. Okay? There's ladies present, so I won't name the names of some of the ones that you should probably prohibit, but you should, and you should call it out. You should call out hate, any hate sites, unless you're a hate site merchant, right? Because then they're probably your demographic, but you want to call that out and make sure that's explicit in your agreement. And also spam. So many merchants don't have it called out that affiliates cannot send spam. And I'm not a lawyer. It's not legal advice. However, I would encourage you to look into if an affiliate sending spam is ultimately the responsibility of the advertiser, which would be you, since you are, in effect, paying for that email to be sent out. Okay? So if that's not restricted in your terms, you should absolutely go home and make sure you take care of that today. Anybody else have super dry mouth in Vegas? All right, creatives. So in the absence of quality, the affiliates are going to go and create their own, okay? So do them right? This is a fantastic channel. It should increase your bottom line at a minimum 10 to 15% if done right? Put resources behind it, including creative resources. So you should have all of the standard banners, 468 by 60, 728 by 90, 300 by 250, 250 by 250, 160 by 600, 120 by 600. Those are 7. If you have those, you're in good shape. And some of you are thinking, Mike, nobody clicks on banners. People have banner blindness. Affiliates rarely use banners anyway. That's not the point. This is protecting your brand, right? Affiliates use those banners to frame the page of the content and the text links and whatever else they built for you, okay? So give them the right message. If you're not giving them the right message, they're going to make up the message, right? And I would lay that blame on you for not making that available to them, okay? One great thing that we've seen is banner creators. Because there's no way, if you have 10,000 products, you can create a banner for each one of those 10,000 products. So what we've done for some of our clients in the past, and I'm sure you have tech resources, you may be able to get this done yourself, is where you can select different things, right? Maybe I select this piece of clothing and I want this color, and that way you can control the combinations that an affiliate can create and represent your brand with. And you control the logo that shows up. And what's really great about that is then it references back, that logo is hosted on the creator site. And then that way when you change that logo, it then changes on every site that affiliates have it listed on. Does that make sense? You may, going back to the terms and conditions, you may require affiliates that are in your program to leave the hosting of the banners on the network or on your site, wherever you host your creative directory. That way, if you ever change the creative, it automatically updates at a later time. Does that make sense? I know this is corny, but it makes a lot of sense, right? If a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. Okay, Mike, cliche. Investigate affiliates that make noise. Anybody have over 10,000 affiliates in their program? Anybody have over 50,000 affiliates in their program? Okay, so over 10,000. Do you know what every single one of those 10,000 affiliates is doing right now? You won't, right? And you can't. There's really not any great way to see what they're doing on their site. So come to peace with that, people, right? Feel okay, do an ohm, whatever you need to do. However, there is something that you can do about it. For those that are making noise, in other words, if they're making sales. Now, I'm not saying pick on the affiliates that are making sales for your program, but they obviously have the traffic, right? If they're generating a lot of clicks, if they're generating a lot of sales, they obviously are generating traffic from somewhere. So if you're worried about your brand, here are where the eyeballs are going, and here's where you need to go and investigate. Send them an email. Try to establish communication. You should be doing this anyway if you're an affiliate manager. You really should. You should know who your top affiliates are. So we're an agency. We have 3 main affiliate managers. And every day, one of the first things we do is we say, who's our top 10 affiliates in this program? And they know it. They have to know it. And they know what their kids' names are, their favorite sports teams, or when we want to send them a gift, right? Things like that. You got to know who these people are. The worst thing in the world is for management to come to you and say, hey, who is this, abcmarketing.com that I went to their site, it's a dead site, there's nothing about us, what are they doing? Can you imagine having to say, I don't know? Don't do that. So for the ones that are making noise, for the ones that are making sales, investigate what they're doing. That will cut down from that 10,000 to 50. Okay? That doesn't mean ignore the other 9,950. It just means you got to know if you're going to know anything, know what those guys are doing. For one of our clients, actually, we do random checks, right? They asked us to do this, and we were very happy to comply. There's several thousand affiliates in their program. And we just randomly select affiliates, regardless of how much revenue that they're generating. We'll go to their site, make sure that they are FTC compliant, because it's a very review-based product, right? We'll make sure they're FTC compliant. If they are not, we will remove them from the program until they become FTC compliant. Now, again, I'm not saying go be a bully with your affiliates. Love affiliates, hug your affiliates, make them happy. However, they have to be able to play by your rules. And anybody not willing to play by your rules is probably hiding something. And sales are like crack, right? You get addicted to it. Not that I know what crack is like, but I heard that it's very addictive. So once you get those sales in, it is so difficult to cut off an affiliate, regardless of if you don't know if they're legitimate or not, right? So nip it in the bud. Your boss sees it, wow, we should be forecasting double next month and double the month after. And then when you have to go back and say, oh, that forecast is wrong because that guy was doing something wrong and I didn't catch it until now. Not good. Some networks offer referring URL. I know Linkshare offers it. ShareASale offers the last referring URL that was clicked. Ask your network. If you guys have a network, or if you're on a network base, go ask your network for information on how to get the referring URL. They should be able to help you get that. And you can take a look. Now, affiliates are sneaky and they're smart and they're great. The bad affiliates, remember, this is not all affiliates. They can mask their referring URL. They can make you think it is what they want you to think it is, right? And we'll talk about some tools later on that can help you identify those affiliates and who they are and what they're doing. If they have extremely high conversion rates, we took over a program and an affiliate converted at 5 times the rate of the actual retailer, okay? And we were ecstatic. Wow, this guy's awesome. No, it's not awesome. He was using adware to pretty much pop up on the confirmation page, right? Does everybody know what I mean by that? Well, let me just say it. They basically had installed on thousands upon thousands of people's computers, right? And as you went to this retailer's site, on the confirmation page, right about where you're going to buy, they would pop up an adware that would drop their cookie, and they would lay credit to the sale, okay? They had nothing to do with that sale, right? So it's a very fun conversation, let me tell you, when you have a retailer that just signed you to manage their program, and you say back to them, I'm sorry, we have to cut your affiliate program in half. Good news is you're not going to lose any sales. Those sales were going to occur anyway. Bad news is your affiliate program isn't as robust as you want. Better news is we're going to make it there, right? Order from the same IP address. This is something that your network should be helping you with. I assume if you're in here and you care about branding, you're fairly large, and your network should be willing to bend over backwards to make sure that none of this is happening, okay? Wow, so I put this in, I don't know if you guys can read those 2 lines on the bottom, but there's just 2 really, really interesting articles that happened fairly recently to me. So the first one is Nordstrom pays $1.4 million in fraudulent commissions. Is Nordstrom here? I feel bad for you. I mean, that this happened to you. So what happened was a regular person, not an affiliate, was leveraging a cashback website that I'm not going to name because they've done decent stuff in the past. So they found a cashback website. They found a hole in Nordstrom.com where they were buying stuff, getting the cash back, but not actually completing the purchase. So a sale was never made, the affiliate was paid, and it were a cash back, so they passed half of that cash back to the actual consumer. That consumer racked up $1.4 million of cash back. Is that as amazing to you guys as it is to me? It's crazy. The second one was eBay. Actually, I think I put Nordstrom twice here, but eBay paid $15 million to a cookie stuffer. And basically that cookie stuffer was just basically, you guys know what a cookie cannon is, cookie stuffer, generally? Just somebody where, regardless of whether they clicked on your link or not, if they land on a page, they will drop a cookie, right? They will open up a page behind the scenes. They'll use JavaScript. They'll do all kinds of, for lack of a better word, funky stuff to drop a cookie on that consumer, and they'll blast wide and hard to get that sale that they don't really deserve commission for, right? And that's happening. The good news is, based off this eBay case, that is considered wire fraud. So we are hoping, as an industry, that that's going to very much discourage affiliates, bad affiliates, from doing that moving forward, right? I mean, and each case, each dropped cookie, forced click, is considered a case of wire fraud. So, cross your fingers. Your network's compliance team. I found some networks have some great compliance team. Generally, we work with 3, and this is by no means an indictment on the others, but we worked a lot with ShareSale, AvantLink, and Commission Junction. And we are very happy with their compliance teams. And if my voice cracks, I'm sorry. That's what I've been here since last Tuesday at CES, so that's what you call 7 days of Vegas, just taking its toll on your voice. So yeah, we're very happy with those 3 networks and the assistance that they provide in monitoring. A lot of times it's us finding something, pointing it out, and then them taking action. Now, what's okay for one merchant is not necessarily okay for another merchant. Okay, so they may not kick them out of the network. They may still be in your program. But it's up to you to really set those rules. Auto approve versus manual approve. So if anybody here manages their program directly, almost every network offers this option where you can instantly let somebody into the program if they apply, or you can have them manually approved. Us as an agency, we've decided that we are going to manually approve everybody just to provide that one filter. We'd like to see who they are. Now, do they provide every URL that they own within their application? Absolutely not. That's not going to happen. What we do for some of our stronger brands, for example, you may actually not have heard of it unless you're a devout Christian. Some of you may be. It's Biblica. They are the #1 Bible seller in the world. Obviously, they care about their brand, right? They care about where they're going to be located. So we are extremely stringent on who we allow into that program. And everybody that applies, we send them an email asking, how are you promoting this program? And there are so many. Has anybody seen a presentation of mine before? Anybody in here? Chuck? Okay, so you don't have to laugh at this. There's a bear in the woods joke, okay? And it's basically 2 campers in the woods, and they're in a tent and they hear this bear outside rustling, right? right? And so one of them drops down to his seat, and he starts putting on his shoes really quick. And the other one turns to him and says, "What are you doing? You can't outrun that bear." And he turns up to him and he says, "I don't have to outrun the bear. I have to outrun you," right? Thank you, thank you. That's the same thing here, guys. You don't have to be perfect. You have to be hard enough where these guys will go find the easy pickings. Okay, they're going to go find the merchant that's not watching. Now, some of you guys are pretty big, right? If you're Best Buy or Expedia or somebody big, you have to continuously fight because your brand means a lot. It's going to make a lot of sales for them. So you may be worth them sending an email back and continuing that deception, but you make it harder. They'll go find somebody else that makes it easier. Coupons. Anybody here concerned about coupons in their affiliate program? Okay. What's your concern? Somebody give me a concern.
That it steals from organic.
Okay. So you're saying, and this is a very common occurrence, saying somebody goes, finds you organically or a direct type in, naturally types you in, goes to your site, is about to make a purchase, ta-da, there's this beautiful coupon code box, right? And, times are tight. Husband just got laid off. I need to save a little money. I'm going to open up a new browser, search for really big merchant coupon, right? Whatever that merchant's name is, coupon. Find a coupon affiliate, click on their site, click on the coupon, go back to the site, enter in that coupon code, and now the affiliate gets credit for a sale that they didn't necessarily generate, right? It was a sale that already was about to occur. Not only that, but it kind of eroded your margins a little bit, right? So that's tough. That's a big concern. Yes?
That's only if the attribution is on the coupon, right? If you have an attribution on the cookie.
Do I have attribution listed here? I think I have it on the next page, but yes. Well, actually, are you talking about the cookie duration, like the return days?
I'm talking about, so in your example, if we do it by tracking things by like a 60-day cookie.
Yep.
If someone were to go find a coupon, the coupon's not tied to any attribution, so tied to the tracking.
No, actually, what many of these coupon affiliates do, and guys, this is not an indictment on coupon affiliates. They're absolutely good things, and we'll talk about how coupons can be good for you, okay? So if you're a coupon affiliate in here, don't be pissed off at me. I'm going to say good things about you too. There are ways that you can work with coupon affiliates that make things better. But no, because a lot of times what you'll do in order to get the coupon, you have to click on their link. They won't even show it to you. Or if you go and you click on it to copy, it automatically opens up the new window and drops their cookie, okay? But you said something that makes sense, right? You could close the cookie window once they enter into the cart phase, right? But Michael, that takes tech resources, and my tech resources is backed up for a year. I can't even install a pixel. Yeah, that sucks, right? There are other things that you guys can do. Number one, if you do offer a coupon, make sure that it is for above your average order value. If you're going to offer a coupon and they're going to happen, make it above your average order value. If your average order value is 100, make your coupon for off 150, right? That way, if at the very least, they are increasing that average order size that you're receiving, right? You're getting more of a sale from that customer. Nobody ever said that you have to pay all affiliates the same, okay? And I'm not saying reduce commissions for coupon affiliates. I'm saying pay them for where they are in the attribution window. Is anybody from AvantLink here? Too bad, I'm going to give you props. Love AvantLink for this, okay? You can say where they are in the chain and split up a commission if they're first, second, or third, right, compared to your other marketing programs. So if any affiliate, I think we're picking on coupon affiliates here. If any affiliate, all they do is come in at the end, okay? Are they providing a value? Maybe. They're closing the sale, whereas another channel couldn't, right? You can give them a smaller commission for that piece, right? If I were you, I would highly encourage you to look at the top of the funnel. Who's driving that sale to begin with? And they probably aren't getting a commission today because everybody's focused on last in, right? Anybody here other than last in? What do you?
We let them share with family.
Okay, how about you?
We actually get credit for the origination.
Okay, so you give more credit for the first, but how far back does the window go?
Well, we have 7 days.
7 days. So, but if I referred 8 days ago, then I don't get credit, right?
If you are a new customer,
Okay.
it's 14 days.
Okay, it's great. I love those types of things, like where we're all kind of last click minded, right? We need to get out of that. We need to start focusing on who's driving it. Because if the only person we reward is the last click in, what's the originator going to do? They're going to stop. They're not getting paid for this. They're going to go find somebody who recognizes their value and go promote that person and not you. Okay? So start focusing on where these sales are coming from. And if your program is 95% last, somebody that's just sniping at the end, a bad day's coming. Okay, a bad day's coming for you. Start working now to fix that. So coupon strategy, again, have your average order value increased, so your coupons only apply to a higher than your average order value. You should have a yourdomain.com/coupons, because a lot of times what people do is they say, I'm going to use ThreadUp. Again, I love that site. They'll go and they'll search for ThreadUp coupons, right? Well, nobody should be able to outrank you for that term. And why not send them back to a page on your site with coupons? And you should have probably the best coupons, right? Is it in your terms and conditions? Make it so that affiliates have to remove expired coupons. They cannot use, if this is part of your strategy, they cannot use coupons dedicated to emails or, I found one, it was actually pretty funny. It was from a Taco Bell promotion on the soda, and somebody had found that coupon, and they came to, our client came to us and said, how the heck did they get this coupon? It's on Taco Bell cups, and it's online everywhere now. And it was on one of those user-generated sites where they put in coupon codes, right? So you have to make sure that's explicitly clear in your terms and conditions that they are only allowed to use affiliate program provided coupons if that's what you want them to do, okay? You may want them to promote the Taco Bell coupon. That's up to you guys. And there also is a coupon monitoring service from Brand Verity. Brand Verity does some other stuff. So going back to the trademark a little bit, who in here checks for their trademarks, for trademark bidding? A few? Anybody that doesn't today? You're not going to raise your hand. Well, the reason why Brand Verity is great, I'm not a paid representative of Brand Verity. We do use them, and I like them very much because they make our job easier to monitor this. And again, the sneaky affiliates, not the good affiliates. The sneaky affiliates are very good at hiding from you. They will block your IPs. They will daypart, where they'll only show the trademark bidding from 6 p.m. at night until 8 a.m. in the morning because they know nobody's checking during those times. So Brand Verity is very good about changing their IPs, looking at it from different parts of the country, using different servers located all over the place, checking it at all different types of the day, looking through redirect upon redirect upon redirect, and finding who that affiliate is, right? So if you're not using that tool, there's a couple other ones. Actually, I'll show them right here. There's Brand Verity and the Search Monitor. I should have put the Search Monitor. The Search Monitor. Both of them do provide trademark monitoring. Again, I talked in the beginning about requiring the trademark in your negative keyword list. Can't resonate that enough. If you see the EPC of an affiliate, so for those of you who don't know, EPC is the earning per 100 clicks. So earnings per 100 clicks. That's generally how it's used. If you see an affiliate and their EPC is just absolutely ridiculous, $700, right? They're just making so much. Chances are their conversion rate is also ridiculous, and they're doing something, maybe trademark bidding is one of them, maybe adware. Reach out, talk to that affiliate, identify every single aspect. This is your program, guys. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to do that. So I talked about a couple of companies. Again, zero interest in these companies. But I just like them because they do good things. And AvantLink's another one where if you're in AvantLink's program or in AvantLink's network, an affiliate is bidding on your trademark, they will remove that affiliate from the network. They do not allow it at all. So if you're looking for somebody that's going to have your best interest in mind, at least when it comes in regards to trademark, Avant Link's a great network. Typo squatting. So this is an interesting one. Anybody know what typo squatting is? Anybody think it's not a problem? Not a problem? So I'll give Brian some props here. Brian's here from Citizen Hawk. Thank you for helping me with this. He told me a story about a retailer that is not to be named. But they are very large. You have probably bought, everybody in this room has probably bought from this retailer. And they had somebody who had a very common misspelling of their name. And most of the time, people think, oh, there's a typo squatter. They're just going to redirect to my site and earn the affiliate commission. That is not always the case. In this case, they were actually redirecting it to Kmart. And that is a direct competitor to this major retailer that is not to be named. And I believe, what was it, $1 million? $1 million a month in revenue was recovered when Citizen Hawk recovered this domain name from this affiliate that was sending traffic off. Okay. Now, does that mean for everybody in this room, you're going to recover a domain name and make $1 million in sales? No, but if you're big enough, it absolutely could be. Another one is Desvio. Desvio is a neat little twist, but there is some things that you need to worry about with Desvio. So let me tell you what they do. So for example, if somebody has a misspelling of your domain, what they can do is they work with large antivirus companies, and they can actually take that URL that's misspelled and land them on a page that says, did you actually mean this? Right? And then have a link to your site from there and go, okay, to their site. So they cover, from what I understand, about 60% of the internet audience today. What I like about them is that disincentivizes typo squatters from buying typos, right? Because now 60% of the revenue is potentially gone for the users of this service, of Desvio. Citizen Hawk, going back to them for a second, actually offers a service to recoup that domain name. There is certain criteria that has to be met for them to be able to do so, but if you are concerned about it, please talk to them. And if you don't know if this is a problem or not, go check out Typo Assassin. That's the third one. That's anybody here know Peter Koning? Okay, so Peter Koning, he's been in affiliate marketing for absolutely ever, probably longer than I have. And he made this great little tool. And basically, I think there's a free trial of it in the beginning. There is a paid version of it that you upgrade to. But you can type in your domain name and see every possible misspelling, right? And you'd be surprised at finding how many of your current affiliates are generating a lot of revenue that you're going to find in this tool. So I encourage all of you to go to that and check that out. All right. So, but Michael, I just got here. This is my first week. I inherited this program, and this is running amok. Everything's in there. I feel your pain, right? This happens to us all the time. We get a program that supposedly is running very well, has been very well run, and it is not. And you have to go and talk to your manager, or talk to your director, or talk to your VP, and explain to them why these this affiliate needs to be removed. That's a tough call. If you want me to, feel free to call me. I'll have the conversation with your manager, with your director. But it is a problem. The best thing to do is say, look, let's try it for a month, and let's see how sales are affected. Your sales in your affiliate program absolutely will be affected, right? They absolutely will. But your overall sales are going to be just as good. Now, why is that important? Well, number one, they're going to find out someday, and you're better off protecting your job in the beginning, and you have the excuse of you didn't know, right? So leverage it while you still have it. The longer you let it run on, the harder it is to to turn it around. So please do that. Google Alerts. You can set up a Google Alert for your brand. Now, you can have it set up. Does anybody use Google Alerts? Yeah, good. You should. And you should do it a lot, and you should set up for your brand. And every once in a while, you can actually, what we like to do is hire, like, one of our secretaries does it, and he's really good. So he goes to it, and he'll see what they're saying about our brand, and see if it's congruent with what we want them to say, okay? Don't get to the point where you're desperate. I know a lot of you are compensated based off the performance of your program, right? Don't become a slave to that, because when you do, you're going to go over, you're going to start allowing these affiliates in, and it's just not worth it, because once your program becomes tainted, other affiliates, the good affiliates, they know, they can see that their EPC isn't as good as it should be, because you have trademark bidders, you have adware, right? And so they can't make as much money. So in that bear in the woods analogy, they're kind of the bear, I guess. So they won't join your program, okay? They won't promote you. And so you're just compounding the problem by allowing that to go on. So I will just open up for questions here. If you leave a business card, I'll send you links of everything that I had. But does anybody have any questions? Somebody break the ice. Yes. Thank you.
What's the downright most dirty thing you've ever seen in a video?
Oh, wow. Oh, man, these are fun. Yes, thank you. Thank you. One of my favorites, what's the name of the company? iPensatory. Anybody know iPensatory? What's the downright dirtiest thing I've ever seen an affiliate do? So iPensatory, I went to one of their sessions at another conference, and those guys are brilliant. Love them. Anyway, what they found, an affiliate, this is so bad, was through a DSP. If you're familiar with display advertising, you know what a DSP is, but think of it, it's not, I know, don't say, Mike, you're wrong. Think of it as an exchange where people can put their banner inventory and merchants buy it. An affiliate was buying inventory on a retailer site through the DSP and dropping their cookie behind the scenes, so that when somebody went to that retailer site, when the banner display showed, and they were smart. They knew that their conversion rate was going to be high, so they would sputter it, right? They also knew that people were going to be watching. Is anybody in here a bad guy? Because I don't want to give you ideas. I'll take that as a no. So they would spread it out. They would also check the referring domain. They knew that this should be coming from that retailer site. So if you tried to go directly to where they were dropping the cookie, nothing would happen. If you tried to go twice with your IP, the page would be blank, right? They are so ridiculously smart. The problem is, and the thing that they're tied to always, is that a cookie needs to get dropped. So no matter how many things they hide behind, that cookie is going to get dropped, right? And you got to catch it the first time, because again, they'll IP sense you. They'll see that you're coming back twice, or they see that you're going to this straight to the URL that's dropping the cookie, and they'll stop dropping it so that you don't see it anymore, right? That's pretty dirty, sir.
Yeah, hi, Jose from Cozabella Lingerie. We have and my colleague is here, and she'll immediately know what I'm referring to. We have an affiliate who is not one of the big affiliates, but their conversions are ridiculously high. Their traffic is relatively low, and their EPC is very high. We have both scratched our head and tried to slap them on the wrist for what they're doing illegally, but we can't find anything wrong. And we want to say, well, maybe they're just doing a really, really good job, but we're out of ideas, and I was hoping if you can maybe elaborate on some things that we can be looking for.
Did you ask?
In addition to the things that you mentioned, which we had done.
Okay. Thank Have you talked to them? What have they said that they're doing?
They just say that they actually do something a little more unique than others. They'll do video reviews of our lingerie products. And I mean, their site looks legitimate, you know?
Okay.
It's a very nice presentation, and they do have some strong brands there as well. But I don't get it.
That doesn't mean anything.
I mean, they're killing retail MENAT's KPIs all the way. It just doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah.
we can't find what they're doing wrong, and therefore we can't tell Pepper Jam and say, hey, they're doing this, take them off.
Okay, so two things. One, you can tell me afterwards who they are, and I can tell you if I'm familiar with them and what they're known for doing. If you don't want to do that, there's also, I mentioned them a little bit ago, iPensatory. Their entire business is finding what that person is doing. So they may not deliver you bad news, which would be great, right? They may say, here's your peace of mind, they're legitimate, okay? But they also may tell you bad news. But they'll be able to give you a definitive answer of what exactly they're doing.
We've also gone to the extent of looking at all the orders that have come in through them and making sure that they're not being returned. And that's not even the case either. So
Sure.
we've really kind of flipped every rock, if you will, and we just can't figure it out. So
Yep.
I'll speak with you later.
Yeah, talk
Okay.
to me, show me afterwards if you want to,
Yeah.
and or talk to iPensatory. They're great. They're great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Jessica.
Hi, Mike. So we talked a little bit about trademark bidding, but what about trademark plus bidding? Like, what is kind of your rule of thumb on when you should allow trademark plus? Because that's something that my company is not always comfortable with, and
Sure.
I want to see. I know there can be some great benefit to it, but it's also very risky. So.
Sure. So for those of you that don't know, Trademark Plus means Trademark Plus coupon, Trademark Plus other things. I kind of touched on it a little bit when I said you got to have the trademark as a negative keyword, but I didn't explicitly call out Trademark Plus. You're right. So it depends on your philosophy, right? If you're the type, if you have a coupon centric customer, then you probably should have Trademark Plus coupon. Now, you may or may not want to have affiliates bidding on that as well. If you're not, you should have them do it. If your competitors are bidding on it, that's one of my favorite things that I see our clients do. They'll say, Mike, no trademark bidding, and we will stop all affiliate trademark bidding. Then we go and we look at it, and it's full of their competitors, right? I don't get that. And we tell them, look, stop your competitors from doing it, or allow affiliates to do it so that it fills up that space, right? And so that's the argument I would give. If you're going to stop your affiliates from doing it, make sure nobody's allowed to do it except for your merchant. Thanks, Jessica. And you guys don't have to go up to the microphone if you want. You can just stand up and yell. I probably can hear you better. Going once. Going twice. Sold. Thank you guys very much for coming.